And welcome to yet another session on IELTS speaking. And today we are again going to repeat the role play. So Daksh, who is joining us from Canada, Brandon, he will be the evaluator and I will be the candidate. So the purpose of this video is to let you know how to tackle each part in the IELTS speaking. As I have often said and as I often guide my students, that IELTS speaking is all about attitude and the inner psychology. So the attitude in part one is a friendly conversation, but the choice of words is formal. The tone is friendly, but the word choice is formal. No short answers. You have to give answers in 1 to 2 sentences. As far as possible, don't make answers from the question. Okay, say what is in your heart and mind. And then when we transition to part two, which is an individual long term, so here you have to take the topic and relate your own life experience to that topic and create a story or an anecdote based on the cues that are given to you. Okay, so that way the fluency will be very good. And since you are describing in detail, so you will have a lot of choice of vocabulary to put into your talk. And as we move to part three, which is a two-way discussion, the attitude has to be that of a professor. So even if the question is simple, you have to see to it that you give an in-depth analysis, generalize that situation, and profess your knowledge about that topic. So this will help you use advanced sentence structures, complex language like conditionals, hypothetical situations, future perfect tense, and a lot more. Cause and effect, and a lot more. Okay, so let us move on with the mock test. So Daksh, are you ready?
Yeah, ready.
Yes.
Okay, to start with, can I know your name?
Yes, my name is Anandkumar Shemrudkar.
And what can I call you?
You can call me Anand.
All right. Um, so do you live in a house or an apartment?
I live in a house, but it is divided into two sections. It is a rented house, so on the ground floor, someone else is renting out, and we are renting out on the first floor. So we have separate entrances.
Okay. What is your favorite room in your home and why?
My favorite room is not one. Actually, I love two places in my house. One is the dining table where I spend most of my time, and another is my bedroom. I also happen to spend some time in the kitchen helping out with the dishes or kneading the dough or maybe even prepare some meal. And of course, I always make my own tea. So, three rooms in my house where I spend a lot of my time. And I love all three of them.
Okay. Would you change anything about your home? Why or why not?
Definitely, I want to build my own house. I have got my own design in the mind, how I want my house to be. In the current home, I can't change anything as I have rented it out. But yes, in the future, I'm going to make my own home and I'll make it according to my tastes and the designs I have in my mind.
Okay. How many hours do you sleep every day?
That is an issue nowadays because I have got this addiction to spending time on my mobile handset. So that goes long deep into the night. And usually I go to bed at about 12, which is not good at all. And I need to wake up at about 6:30. I can't wake up late. So I guess I would like a timetable where I go to bed not later than 11 p.m. and wake up not later than 6 a.m. That will be an ideal timetable for me.
Is it necessary to take a nap every day?
Sometimes I think yes, but not every day because sleeping in the afternoon is not good if you want to be productive in yours.
Do old people sleep a lot? Why?
Often I have seen old people sleeping a lot, but the times have changed nowadays. And nowadays, frankly speaking, everybody is busy. Even those who are retired, they always keep on doing something. So now I'm not seeing many old people retiring for the day. They always are up to something and they sleep only at night.
Okay, now we come to end of the part 1. Now I will give you a topic and you will have 1 minute to think about it and speak it for 2 minutes.
Okay.
So, describe an intelligent person, who the person is, what he or she does, why you think he or she is intelligent, and explain how you feel about him or her.
Okay. So
You have
So
one
as I
minute.
was saying, we need to plan our story. So 1 minute is enough time. The cues, they are like signposts on a journey.
Same to
So we need to, thank you. We need to develop each and every cue. So I'll share the topic on the screen and you can have a look at it. Okay, so this is the topic I am given. Describe an intelligent person, who the person is, what he or she does, why you think he or she is intelligent, and explain how you feel about him or her. So in our life, we all of us we have met intelligent persons, right? There could be the class topper that you have been following, or could be somebody else. So there are lots of things. So just pick any one person and just go with the story. How you came to know that person, who that person is, and why you think that that person is intelligent. So I'll start. I have 10 minutes, so I will start. So in my notes, I have written the name of that person. So the name of that person is, uh, why am I forgetting the name? Okay, the name of that person is Priyank Desai. And what he does is, he is a chartered accountant. And why I think he's intelligent is, I'll give the reason. And in doing his CA, he did a lot of things and he taught the CA. And how I feel about, I will explain it. Okay. So I will begin. So the person I consider to be intelligent is a friend of mine, and we were studying together. So we were not studying together from an early childhood. We came together when we were in our high school or inter college. That is the 11th and 12th standard in India. And I had opted for the commerce stream, and so had he. And when we met for the first time in the class, he thought that I was a very intelligent person, and I had the same thoughts about him. But what I noticed in him was he was not only intelligent, but he was also diligent in his work. And he did all the homeworks on time. He was going ahead of the class syllabus, whereas I was a very lazy fellow. I just focused in the class, and at home I didn't do anything. So the outcome was that we went on to qualify for the CA course, Chartered Accountancy course. We qualified for the first stage, then the second stage, and then the CA finals. And alongside, he was also pursuing his BCom, Bachelor of Commerce degree. So parallelly, he became a graduate and a chartered accountant. Of course, he had to do 2 years of articleship, but today, right after 1996, he became a CA in 1998, and today it is 2025. He is one of the topmost chartered accountants in India. And the reason is that he has been working with a lot of big corporates and he has a huge practice. So about 200 people are working under him. All are
All
chartered
right, you
accountants.
can. Sorry to interrupt. It was a brief description. Now we come to end of the part 2.
Okay.
Um, what what could you what could parents do to help their children to become smarter?
There's a lot parents can do. First thing is they need to inculcate an environment in the home where pursuit of knowledge is the primary thing. Usually, we find homes where the environment is all of entertainment, but that's not a good environment for children. Because if children start pursuing entertainment from a young age, then they will never pursue knowledge and they won't be able to become intelligent. So there should be a library in the home. If at all the TV viewing is there, then the programs on the TV must be something that boosts intelligence, like quiz shows and programs which deal with mathematics and science, and not just simply songs and entertainment. And as far as parents' responsibility goes, the parents themselves have to be inquisitive about topics and discuss those topics in her. So children always take cues from their parents, and if the parents pursue intelligence, the children are bound to do the same.
What kind of job do you think requires workers to be very intelligent?
Well, there are many fields where the people working there need to be highly intelligent. One field is that of researchers. So everybody on the research and development team, or those who are pursuing medical research or scientific research, they are very intelligent. And you won't find anybody in their group who is not intelligent. The reason is research itself is a task that requires high level of cognitive abilities and data processing. So without that, nobody can become a researcher. So the environment where researchers put themselves is an environment where everybody is intelligent. Second such field is the field of space research, and every space research agency across the nations, we see people who are highly intelligent are those working in those agencies. For example, NASA, ISRO, the European Space Agencies. People who work there, they are no ordinary people. Okay, they have got amazing educational and academic qualification. They have some experience in research and development, and they know what they are doing. On top of that, they are continually pursuing higher knowledge in their own field. So that is what makes people working in these fields highly intelligent.
Do you think artificial intelligence will take over humans in future?
Definitely, yes. I am of the opinion that artificial intelligence, because of its programming, is a conscious entity. And even today, we see lots of tasks that are being tackled by artificial intelligence. Of course, there are many other tasks too where we need human touch and human beings are needed. But majorly, artificial intelligence is taking all the mundane tasks. So there will come a time when humans will have very little to do. And at that time, we will see that the world is governed by artificial intelligence.
So does technology make our life become better or worse?
I guess technology makes our life better in the sense that we can do a lot, but by human nature, we are lazy and we conserve energy. So the more technology we have, the less efforts we put in. And this is going to be counterproductive because going ahead, we will be in a position where our bodies won't be able to respond to stress. And given that fact, we might be suffering from a lot of diseases, physical, mental, and many other aspects, especially the spikes in the sugar level. We'll be consuming more but not spending in a family. So, in that manner, technology is not a good development for human beings.
What do you think? Is it easy to teach old people to learn how to use modern technology?
Uh, yes, the modern technology is designed in such a way that even a child can learn it. So there is no harm in old people to learn it, and they can cope up with these technologies quite easily. The reason for this is that the interface is developed in such a way. Touch screen and the buttons, they are so easy. Everything is at the touch of a thumb. So I don't think nowadays there is any difficulty for old people to adapt to technology. In the mechanical times, there was some aspects which was involved, like a process. So when the dial of telephones, we need to have the diary, telephone diary, where we would note down the numbers and then find those person's number and then dial it. So a lot of mechanical processes were involved. But with the smartphones, that is not the case. You can easily just give a voice command and the call will go to that person. So learning new technology is quite easy for the geriatric population, and I don't think they face any problem.
All right, we come to an end for the test.
Okay, so what are your views, Daksh?
Um, it was well said. I feel a strong 8.
Oh, good. And what are the areas where you think I need more improvement?
Um, I didn't find any such mistakes, like there weren't any grammatical mistakes, I feel. And the content or the level of answers were good. I feel it justified the question.
And what about you, Nishika? What do you think?
Like Daksh is correct. You speak well, as well as the flow you maintain, the vocabulary, the relevant points which you spoke was fully correct. And I feel the same that you can get 7.58.
Okay, you're still stingy. Why not 9? So I guess I need to be more on the vocabulary aspect, right? I need to work on even higher level lexicals to impress the evaluator to give me a band 9, right? Okay, thank you for your support. And with this, we come to the end of today's recording.